Gardens are places for quiet moments and are very therapeutic. Today I'm at a garden center that is just as full of calm tranquility. It's Long Hollow Gardens and Vineyards here in Gallatin, and I'm joined with Hartley Scott, who is the owner of this wonderful place.
Thank you, Tammy. So we're approximately a 50-year-old family business that was basically started by my grandfather. So he was a colonel in World War II and kind of took to gardening after the war, essentially as therapeutic. So way before a lot of people caught on to this plants make people happy or plant love trends, he was kind of ahead of his time. So it kind of transitioned from him to my father to now myself, my wife, my mom. It's all a huge family business here. So
that's wonderful. We love family businesses, and quite honestly, I just want to move in here. It's beautiful.
Sometimes I feel like I live here.
I know you do. So let's talk about dual purpose plants, because you've got some wonderful examples that can transition from garden to landscape and beyond.
Correct. So kind of the dual purpose, you know, it stems from like the form follows function idea of architecture. So we like stuff that's not just pretty. We like it to have some type of function other than aesthetics. And we think now, Tammy, there's so many good plants now that you can achieve that in a backyard garden, in a container, on a multi-million-dollar home, and everywhere in between. So it's a lot of fun.
Got it. So give us some good examples of that, because seeing is believing, right?
Absolutely. So this is one of our favorite plants. Every year we show this to like different garden clubs and women's groups and other groups that come in, and we ask them, what is this plant? A lot of times we'll put it in a brown bag and we'll try to say, okay, if you know what this plant is, we'll give it to you. And a lot of times they're in earlier spring, so they're not identifiable by the blueberries on them. But this is a great, it's called peach sorbet. It's a more compact form of blueberry. So when you think about fruits and edibles, one thing comes to mind is that they're only functionable. A lot of times they're not that aesthetic. And you know, there's a lot of great plants now that kind of break that mold. So this guy is awesome. He has great foliage. We love the little bronzing of the tips.
Yes, I love that.
The lush green look. You know, it also flowers. But it's a plant that essentially gets in the 3 to 4 foot range and then maxes out. So it's not a big, gangly, overgrowing blueberry or blackberry that you used to see as much out in the country drive. So there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes those species don't fit in to a front yard of a distinguished residence.
Exactly.
And these do. These are good for, flanking each side of the front steps. They're good for pots on patios. They're good for, by the basketball court in the garage. They're good for almost anywhere.
And a great companion for that is this lavender that's unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
Tell us about it.
This is phenomenal lavender. This is actually the most popular plant that we sell here. And we sell hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these. This is a dense form, cold hardy, heat tolerant lavender. It has an amazing scent. It doesn't get quite as leggy and as sometimes lavenders brown out really bad at the base. A lot of times we tell people, like, the more traditional types of lavenders are beautiful only from the top down. And if you think about it, if they're in an elevated planter or a raised planter box, they don't tend to look as good because they're very leggy. This guy is a lot more compact. We have customers that have had these for 2 years and 3 years and 4 years, and they love them. You know, in theory, will a brutal winter kill them or knock them way back? Probably, maybe, but we think they're well worth the risk.
And another one that I honestly can't keep my hands off of.
Yes, Chef's Choice Rosemary.
Yes, I just want to stand and
It's a great plant. It's another great plant that we sell tons of. It's also in this Southern Living plant collection. A lot. Now, I'm a horrible cook. I know you're a chef. My wife's a chef. I'm a terrible cook. But what I am told every single time about the Chef's Choice is that cooks and culinary artists like the soft tips.
That's right.
So it's not as woody as other types of rosemary.
It's truly aromatherapy.
It is, and it's extremely fragrant.
I love it.
This is a compact bloomerang lilac, extremely fragrant, more compact. So this guy is only going to get probably in the 5 to 6 foot range, maybe not even that big. Dense form and not quite as big. So some people don't have the fortune of having these big yards, big spaces, and we have to use more compact forms of plants like lilac, which gets huge. I mean, traditional forms of lilac may get 8 to 10 foot tall easily. This guy's gonna be much more compact, but you're still gonna get the fragrance and it's gonna rebloom.
This one is gorgeous.
This is an unbelievable variegated form called Instant Karma Elderberry. So again, I'm not a chef, but elderberry is a staple.
Yes.
It is a staple. Now he will get a little bit bigger, probably in the 6 to 8 foot range, but the foliage is dramatic. They're easily maintainable. They're fast grow, and the texture on it is really, really cool. And we like it a lot because it splashes in an extremely loose and wild texture. And we love that. Where everything we've seen so far, it's kind of dense and compact. This guy, he pays no attention to those rules, and he just does what he wants to do. A lot of people have container gardens. A lot of people have the big, a terrace or front porch. And what do we put in there? Flowers, flowers, flowers.
Right.
Sometimes they'll splash in a little bit of evergreen, but this is a really cool plant. Now, he's not fruiting, he's not in bloom right now, but this is an extremely cold, hardy variety of pomegranate.
Wow.
Actually hardy to 0 degrees. So we advise clients and patrons here, great for a container, absolutely great, because you can move it inside if we got a brutal winter like we did 4 or 5 years ago. And they fruit. If you come back in a few months, it's no joke, the fruits will be on it. They're incredibly awesome. And they're a little bit easier to mess with than like typical varieties of citrus, like lemon and limes can be very temperamental.
Well, and it's just so different,
It is very different.
Everybody doesn't have to look the same.
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay, so give us another good example of a dual purpose plant.
So here's another really fun one right here. A Puckster amcis butterfly bush, which when we think of more traditional butterfly bush and some of the pollinators, while we love them, the pushback that we hear a lot of times from homeowners is it gonna look messy? Is it gonna look dead half the season? Is it gonna get out of control?
Right.
And the answer is no, no, and no. This guy is a really good fit for a lot of that. Much more, again, kind of looser texture like we're used to seeing on some of these other plants, but a dense and overall compact growing habit. So Tammy, this is one of my absolute favorite plants. Now, when I went to school for landscape architecture, it's totally different from horticulture. Landscape architecture has a lot of hits about native plants, native plants, native plants, native plants. But how do you use those in your own landscape? This is a beautyberry, believe it or not. This is called Pearl Glam Beautyberry. It has a darker foliage than most beautyberries. So if you're out in the woods and you're hiking around Middle Tennessee in like late winter, early spring, beautyberry is what is oftentimes blooming. It's great habitat, it's food for wildlife, but how do you incorporate it into your landscape? This is the answer. So this is a great specimen plant to use. Beautyberry is a plant that you gotta give a little bit of room, and a little bit of sunlight, because it will get big. But the dramatic foliage is a great complement, especially if you have an all green backdrop.
Right.
So we love it.
That's gonna be something I need to take home with me, along with this lacy little darling.
That is black lace elderberry. A few minutes ago we looked at a variegated form of elderberry. This is a dark foliage type with incredible white blooms. Again, wild child of the garden. It's gonna be wild and hairy. It's gonna get big. You let it do its own thing. But for culinary and alcoholic purposes,
it's perfect.
Elderberry is perfect, and it's gotta get in there somewhere.
There you go.
Got to get in there somewhere.
I appreciate your knowledge base of this, Hartley, and your tour of some wonderful plants that are not traditional, but just as easy as traditional plants to take care of.
Absolutely.
For inspiring garden tours, growing tips, and garden projects, visit our website at volunteergardener.org or on YouTube at the Volunteer Gardener channel, and like us on Facebook.